December or June, for my heart sings a wonderful tune. As long as you care for me.
Thank you very much for your nice welcome. I'm happy to be with all of you again. I'd like to tell you about a wonderful place we were on our recent concert tour. It took us to Florida, and it was the first time in my life I'd ever been there, and it was especially thrilling because George was along, and our musicians, and my mother, and one of the things we found out about Florida, after hearing all those jokes the comics tell about Florida being such an expensive place and all, we had an opportunity to really meet the people who lived there, and they give quite a different story. In fact, one of the officers who escorted us around town summed it up very well, I thought, when he said, taking stock on what I have and what I haven't, what do I find? The things I've got will keep me satisfied. Checking up on what I have and what I haven't, what do I find? A healthy balance on the credit side. Got no diamond, got no pearl, got no loving from any girl. I got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. No mansion, got no yacht, still I'm happy with what I've got. I got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. Sunshine gives me a lovely day. Moonlight gives me the Milky Way. Got no checkbooks, I got no banks, still I'd like to express my thanks. I got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. Sunshine gives me a lovely day. Moonlight gives me the Milky Way. Got no checkbooks, got no banks, still I'd like to express my thanks. I got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. And with the sun in the morning and the moon in the evening, I'm doing all right, doing all right, doing all right, doing all right. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm glad you liked that little song. Thank you. Isn't that a beautiful orchid? I have a very interesting story to tell you about this particular orchid. But first, here's a word from our sponsors. This orchid has quite a story. I'd like to tell it to you. You see, in Miami, during our concert, my mother, who was in the audience, was in for a wonderful surprise because the orchid growers in Florida decided to develop this wonderful hybrid orchid, and they named it after my mother. It's called the Florida Liberace. And she was so thrilled when she came up on the stage and received the beautiful orchid plant. And I would like to thank all of you orchid growers in Florida for bestowing this very kind honor on my mother, and play for you a very beautiful song called Orchids in the Moonlight. keys. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Isn't that moonlight beautiful out there? It's so romantic. One evening I went out in the balcony of my hotel, and it was a night just like this. I looked at the Miami shores, and it reminded me of a very beautiful song some years back. See if you don't think of it when you see it.
Shine on my love and me, so we can stroll beside the road of the rolling sea. Moon over Miami, shine on or two that may come true when the time comes in. Hark to the song of the smiling troubadours. Hark to the throbbing guitar. Hear how the waves offer thunderous applause after each song to the stars. Moon over Miami, you know we're waiting for a little love, a little kiss on Miami shore. Hark to the song of the smiling troubadours. Hark to the throbbing guitar. Hear how the waves offer thunderous applause after each song to the stars. Moon over Miami, you know we're waiting for a little love, on Miami shore.
Thank you. Thank you very much. People often wonder how we spend our time when we're on tour, and visiting a strange city offers a lot of wonderful surprises. Most of the time we spent was in meeting the wonderful people of Florida. And we went to visit our sponsors, and 10,000 people came to say hello to us, and I met every single one of them. It took a few hours, too, but it was well worth the time. And then we went to dinner at one of the very fine restaurants, and later that night we visited the fabulous nightclubs where we saw and heard some of the greatest names of show business. And they played some wonderful music. The Miami Beach Rumba was one of the tunes that just made George get up and dance with his wife like he never danced before. It was wonderful. melody you hear is by Debussy. And I've always felt that there's something about Debussy's music and the sea that goes so well together. In fact, it is a known fact that one of his greatest compositions was his impression set to music of moonlight reflected on the Mediterranean Sea. I've never witnessed that beautiful spectacle, but I'm sure it couldn't have been more heavenly than the sight of the moonlight I saw reflected on the sea, on the Miami shores. It inspired me to play for my audiences in Miami Debussy's very, very beautiful description of moonlight reflected on the ocean, which he appropriately named Clair de Lune. Like so many of the visitors to Florida do, we took advantage of the proximity of Havana, Cuba, and we went there for one of those quickie vacations. We saw a lot of beautiful scenery and a lot of historical landmarks, and at night we visited the very fabulous and unique nightclub called the Tropicana, which is created out of the beauties of nature. And there we heard the fabulous rhythms of Latin America. And one of them was the mambo, which we'd like to express for you right now, just as we saw it in the Tropicana. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for letting us take you along with us on our little musical return to Florida and Havana, Cuba. I'll be looking forward to next week when we can be together again. Maybe we'll make another little stop along our tour, only this time we'll have you along. So until then, this is Liberace in Hollywood saying, I'll see you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing